everybody, and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in Advent, Part 8, part of the Legend of the Four Keeps. Today is October 14th, 2019, and you are loved. I would like to briefly apologize for all of the quote-unquote technical difficulties that we were having, and I use heavy quotations on that because it wasn't technical difficulties. The only thing difficult about it was me sitting in my chair not realizing that you cannot start a Streamlabs stream while you have a rerun on Twitch going. Up until our dear friend Phoenix Vic mentioned that the rerun was still going on the channel. So thanks. That is how we were able to start that whole thing up. Now, with that, I've been thrown off kilter, but that is fine because we do this show Monday, Tuesday, and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here at twitch.tv/indooradventures. If this is your first time watching, consider going to youtube.com/indooradventures or any place where you can find podcasts under the same name, Indoor Adventures, and that is where we upload all of our VODs the following day, usually when my computer is free of space and the Curse of Strahd stream doesn't take me like 3 days to actually upload. But it is not Curse of Strahd. It is the homebrew game this evening. If you are interested in possibly helping support the show, you can either give us a subscription on Twitch and get access to some pretty fun emotes, as well as join the Discord server, or you can join us on Patreon at patreon.com/indooradventures, where we have an after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer your questions, as well as questions that we have for each other. It's a good time. Also gets you access to the Discord, but if you want to just join the Discord and not directly support the show via fiscal value, that's totally fine. We got links for it down below. Consider joining up on that. Now, other things that we have. Merch store. I usually motion to merch that I am wearing or something, but we got all sorts of stuff up there currently. So if you go to bit.ly/adventuremerch, now is the time to pick up your Arjan poster, your Stompfoot Goreblast sweater, some pretty sweet mugs, because it's going to be going away soon, and I keep saying that, but I mean it because I didn't pay to resubscribe for another month after this, and October is going by already much quicker than I thought that it would. So consider going to bit.ly/adventuremerch while we get our Teespring shop set up for you guys. Now, that is it for my spiel. RJ, who are you playing tonight?
Hey everybody, I'm RJ, and I'm playing Caelum, the Shatterkai Cleric Wizard.
Hi, I'm LBHackEmUp. This is Lyra, and I'm playing Gwen, the Halfling Barbarian Fighter.
Hi! I'm Cyber. I play Arjan, the Dragonborn Blood Hunter Cleric. Yeah.
My name's Wings. I have nothing to hide, and I'm playing Cori under the Eldrin Paladin.
And I am the Indoor Adventurer, and tonight I shall be your Dungeon Master. A little bit of my OneNote has decided to peek up, but that is fine. I have fixed it. So, last time on the Four Keeps, you guys have made your way into Greenreach, and after a battle with a snowy replica of a dragon, Coriander was taken underground on the journey of a very brief stint of life. While facing off against this dragon by herself underground, she was disarmed, leaving Moonlight's Edge in the back of this white dragon, and proceeded to get blasted by a breath weapon. It was at that time that Gwen, Caelum, and Arjan attempted to search for Cori, but instead were able to follow along a path that they believed would lead them to at least her armor. In doing so, Coriander, you were brought back to life after having met your fate at the claws of this white dragon. And you realized that one of your past lives' memories were now blocked off to you. It was at this time that you continued going towards the direction of Cori's necklace, and in doing so ended up encountering several wolf riders. During this combat, Gwen, your father revealed himself, to which you kind of said shove it, and then continued to go and find an inn called the Kippers Keep in a small borough located within Greenreach. A lot of you spent the night there, and during the evening, Gwen, you had a conversation with your father where he apologized to you for not being as good a dad as he could have been, but you still remained silent at this, and he left well enough alone. We are going to pick up with you guys waking up first thing in the morning. Your Auroch, Rumble Thunder, still alive. She had kind of gone around the back of the inn, or had you guys brought her inside? I can't remember, sorry.
We left her, like, parked up on the side.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think we could fit her into a halfling-sized inn.
No, that's
a very true statement. So, with that, what would you guys like to do?
Roll a 6.
6 on the blood die.
It's 6. There we go.
This is the morning after, correct?
Yes, this is the morning after.
All right, so what's our plan?
Find Cori's season, close the gate, kill mofos along the way.
There.
I'm afraid the Waystone is going to have to take priority. As much as I'd like to get my season back, just seeing everything that the Fey Winter has done to this land. Evidently they're supposed to be, I mean, Greenreach is supposed to be green, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ugh, that doesn't look good.
Cori, do you know if the madness afflicting some of the halflings here, if right.
Don't worry, it was just me being stupid again.
Okay.
Press the wrong button.
We're good at games.
I'm a professional.
Hi.
What a cliffhanger. Yeah, do we know where that is?
Do we know where the Waystone is in this town?
You do. Gwen, you had remembered that it was on the Thimblefish Estate.
Yeah, it's on the Thimblefish Estate.
All right.
Lead the way.
Oh. And Caelum will pull out the notes he took on the hags and hand it to Arjan.
All right, do we got a TLDR?
They are in their element, which means that they are powerful as all hell. They can cause localized snowstorms wherever they want in their domain. So if that happens to us, it's because of them.
Speaking of things that I don't remember from last time, Indoor, can you send me the thing? Thank you.
It's already happened to us. We've experienced sudden snowstorms on our way in here.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
Though they probably already know that we're coming.
Right. We should be very careful taking them on.
Why?
They're in their element.
Yeah, but so are we. We
No,
went
we're
like
not.
flexes.
What element is that exactly?
Fighting.
Oh.
There is physical prowess, and then there is, I've been enhanced by magic to the point that I will create a snowstorm in your vicinity to fuck you over. They can do that right now.
Did your note specifically specify that these powers were coming from the fact that they were a coven?
I believe it was because they were the type of hags they were. They're able to control the elements here.
Okay.
Did not get anything about covens, I don't believe.
Okay.
Arjan, were you able to confirm that they are indeed Fey?
Was I able to confirm that they were Fey? It's been 2 weeks, guys.
It has. It's been a hot minute. Yes, you were able to confirm that these were Fey. Both you and Caelum had rolled nat 20 checks in your perceptions to spy upon the 3 cackling women on a hill. And Arjan, you definitely got a sense of blood hunter bullshit about them.
Absolutely.
We should also be careful because whatever's afflicting the halflings here could be also afflicting them.
Right. All right, pack it up. Follow me. Gwen will
Yeah,
lead them outside.
I didn't hear any of that.
Oh, really?
No, didn't I? Sorry.
Oh, I'm just flapping my fish or flapping my lips like a fish.
Okay.
Never mind. Go on.
Gwen will lead them out the front.
All right. And as you lead outside of the front door, you push it open and you can see that this small thorp that you found yourself in is completely covered in snow. It seems like the only place that doesn't have an incredible snowdrift is actually a small ring outside of the inn that you guys had been squatting in. And looking around, you see that Rumble Thunder and your cart are also within this almost donut-like shape. And you can see that there is a pathway that seems to lead itself outside of these snowdrifts. And these snowdrifts, looking up, are roughly around 8 feet tall. It looks like there was an incredibly heavy snowfall last night, but it seems to have entirely missed where you are.
Like naturally?
You do not assume that there is anything natural
No,
about the fact that...
I mean, like, does it look like someone shoveled, or
No.
is it okay?
It looks like it fell this way, but in a very localized sense, where it looks like the snow is actually purposefully falling just outside of where your inn was.
Well, shit.
So, what role can I make to suss this out? Because I am sussed.
So, like, the snow fell everywhere but where we are?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it extends outwards from your hut in maybe 20 feet. And then just immediate snowdrift up.
Divine sense?
Yeah, Divine Sense, Blood Hunter bullshit rolls. Both of them are applicable.
Detect magic.
Okay.
Give me 10 minutes.
Caelum wants to be included.
No, that's fine.
Blood Hunter bullshit. This. No, I don't have any modifiers. Okay. Got a 9.
Okay. Arjan? Seems weird.
This is weird.
It seems very strange. Cori, you are definitely getting a strong scent of Fey influence. From the snowbanks themselves.
Interesting. I'm gonna go and examine the snowbanks and see if it looks like some sort of tool made, like the. I mean, I guess it's what everybody else already asked. It hasn't been shoveled; it just fell there.
Yes. It fell perfectly to the point where, again, there are just these large walls of snow. And as you put your hand against, snow from the top kind of tumbles down towards you, no longer being stable, but... Other than that, it is just snow. And looking around, you can see that there is, again, a trail that leads off through these banks.
Huh.
Towards where?
You aren't sure.
Solid.
Does it extend past the roof of the house?
The snowbanks, it does not at this point. Seeing as how the halfling homes themselves are maybe like 15 feet tall, and this being an inn is at the most 20.
So if I tried to climb to the top of the house, I would be able to see over the snowbanks?
Yes, you would.
I'm going to try to do that.
Okay, make an athletics check.
It's not leading off into the direction that my crow skull is pointing.
As you pick up the crow skull and focus on it, it seems to point in one direction and then points north, points west, south, east, and then just begins kind of spinning in your hand. It doesn't seem like it has a set direction.
17 to climb up.
Okay. And Arjan, you are able to climb up effectively. And once you get to the roof of this building and you look out, make a perception check.
Natural 1.
It is snowblind. You look out and the sun that is reflecting off of the snow is just making it too difficult to actually peer out. In the same way where you can get a sunburn while skiing, that is the level of reflection that you were getting back.
Then
Too much light for my emo eyes.
I'll just come back down.
What did your draconian eyes see?
Not a damn thing.
Oh, pity.
Well,
Okay.
do we follow it? It seems pretty ominous.
Honestly, we should probably take care of the Waystone first. Whatever is out there is probably going to come to us.
Solid.
Anything that can influence the snow, we shouldn't trust.
Right, cut off their exit. Got it. All right, everyone.
Or their reinforcement point. Caelum gets into the cart.
We get in the cart and we start heading towards the Waystone.
Okay.
But we have to follow the trail.
Gwen, make a survival check.
Okay. Gwen's good at these. Oh no, wait, that was Ghost. That's cocked. This is too small. That's what she said. That's a 10.
Okay. You have a general sense of what direction you needed to go in for the Waystone, and then the direction that the front of this building was facing. Just lay of the land, you are hoping that you remember where you're going. And as
It's been
you...
20 years.
It's been a hot minute. And as you go down this trail, eventually the snowbanks lessen and lessen and lessen until they are at this point, once they reach eye level for everyone, so about there's only 4 feet or so left of them because Gwen, you are up on top of the cart driving it. I'd like for everybody to make perception checks.
Oh boy. 16.
14.
Natty 20.
Ooh.
Thanks, wedding dice.
Okay. So, Arjan, you are still just having a real difficult time. The snow is not your domain. It has never been your domain. But the rest of you three looking out begin to notice that there are shapes that are within the snowfields. And as you look out and kind of skew your eyes, you can kind of see what look to be small hills. It's very strange. It looks almost like they could be trees that have just been covered in snow. But Gwen, your nat 20 has allowed you to see that each of these forms, and they range in a variety of sizes from small, medium, large, and some even huge, you see a field of snowmen. In every direction that you look, there are just hundreds and hundreds of snowmen.
I don't want to alarm everyone, but there are a lot of snowmen out there. Is this Fey bullshit, or did someone have a festival?
Do we see the snowmen?
You see them now that Gwen has pointed them out.
Do they look like Fey in origin?
They look, not necessarily Fey in origin. It looks like these snowmen are a variety of species. You see some snowmen have been made up to look like elves. They have kind of pointier sticks kind of coming out of the sides of their heads. Others you can see are made to look like halflings. And then there are others that look like amalgamations. Like you see certain snowmen have like 2 heads on them. Others have looks that where normally their smiles are done up with little bits of coal. You can see that some of them have more like particulated like gaping mouths to almost look like they were wailing at some point.
That there's some Calvin and Hobbes bullshit.
I was more looking for if I've heard like Fey stories about, ice queens making snow monsters to,
Yeah, make a
terrorize
Blood Hunter
other
bullshit
Fey.
roll or a history.
I'm sorry, Connor, but you gotta let this one go.
No, not here. Not in this house.
Not like this.
You are going somewhere. 18.
Okay. So with an 18, you know that there are stories of ice-related Fae who will use things like snowmen to act as their eyes throughout the field of snow.
Cori, I'm definitely thinking this is Winter Fey, but have you heard anything like this?
Have I ever heard of anything like this?
Make a history check or an arcana check.
Thanks,
So
CB.
I'm great at both of those things.
I know.
I say so.
And me without any fire spells.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
All right, so that's a flat 7.
I'll light my crossbow.
All right. So Cori, with your 7, I mean, lots of people make snowmen. The Fae love making snowmen.
Fae love to make snowmen.
Why?
Oh, so this isn't a thing that you do, is it? Okay.
Cori,
well-
as Gwen asks you why, there is a brief moment where you remember running away from Cypress as he made snowman clones to chase you.
Oh shit. Actually, I was thinking of something a lot more innocent and fun, but Cypress was making quite a few of them when I left.
Oh. So is this just to clarify so we don't get any confusion later on, is this a person who we need to kill or capture?
It's more of a capture situation.
Right, solid.
He's not in his right mind. He's been taken over by an artifact.
Wow, I've never heard of that before.
Particularly not in a winter sense.
How far are the snowmen?
They are anywhere from 15 feet to 100 feet. It looks like you are in a field of them. And they are just lined up on either side.
Do we keep going?
Should I make a move? Arjan's crossbow is lit.
Can we go around?
Can we go around?
Caelum,
Yeah.
with your passive perception, you see out of the corner of your eye, one of these snowmen's heads just turns and seems to follow you.
No!
Hey,
Don't
so
like
you know
that.
that thing in art galleries where the paintings kind of look at you while you walk past?
It's an art gallery.
I haven't been to an art gallery.
You know that thing where you're standing in a lobby and there's a painting and then they stare at you and it looks like they're staring at you as you walk past?
Yeah, that usually
Sure.
means it's haunted.
Yeah, well, that snowman over there turned its head to look at us.
God. Okay.
Which one?
Caelum, like, points to the one whose head is clearly looking at us.
Should I
Don't.
go off?
No, don't. If you do, that's a lot. I don't have enough spells for this.
Should we go back?
We have to get to the Waystone.
We have to get to the Waystone.
Should we run?
You know, honestly, if we funnel them, we could have a shooting gallery.
All right. My dear friend, my dear beast of burden friend. Time to book it. And she says in giant, giddy up!
And as you say giddy up, and the lot of you turn back to the road ahead of you, you don't know how you missed it, how you seem to have avoided it, or didn't hear its approach, but one of these huge snowmen is looming in front of you in the path. And you see that it is one of the ones that has what looks to be multiple heads growing off of it, as well as several large snowy arms that are just rearing up, and they are bringing their arms down. I would like for everybody to roll initiative.
It's fine. Things are fine.
Very bad.
10.
14.
Dice. Oh. The dice giveth, the dice taketh away. 5.
19.
Okay, so Cori, you are actually at the top of the round as you see this large snowy creature bringing its fists down on towards the cart. What would you like to do?
Okay. I'm supposed to be more cautious now because Caelum chewed me out.
That stopped you before.
Wonk. I'm going to cast Magic Weapon on my weapon.
Okay.
Wait, no, I'm not. Goddamn. I'm sorry. I'm gonna cast Bless on all my friends. That's what I'm gonna do. It's an action. And it's like currently trying to bring down its fist on our cart.
Yes.
It's too quick, too soon. So everybody remember that you have your blessed die, etc., etc. That was an action, so I'm just going to stick close to my friends and say, "Look out!"
Okay.
That's about it.
And as you say, look out, that is when the fists come down. So it is going to make some attacks. One on the cart. First is a natural one, so that's good. And then the second attack, which is the opposite of a natural one. Boom, 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 boom. So he's going to be rolling some d12s for his smash.
Smash.
And your cart is going to take... Wow! 60 points of bludgeoning damage.
Goodbye, cart.
As there is a great breaking noise that comes from behind you as this thing's fist, you see, actually stretch out into what appears to be a long bladed arm as it just sinks into your cart and cleaves it in twain. Your cart is... That was some fine Goliath handiwork that is not going to be usable in the near future unless you spend quite a while with a mending spell. A series of mending spells. Next up, you see one of the snowmen near you begin to shift and then just roll forward towards the party. It's not moving very fast, but it is definitely trying to make its way up to you. And at this point, it has gotten 10 feet away from where you guys have kind of clustered yourselves together next to the shambling remains of your cart. Next up, Arjan, what would you like to do?
Scorching fucking ray.
That seems like a pretty good spell.
Okay. Bear with me. I just rolled a lot of dice. Does 15 hit?
A 15 on this large snowman? Yes.
They will all hit.
Okay.
$29 points of fire damage.
Hoo-wee. Okay. So as the fire hits against it, it looks like there is actually almost too much liquid for it to try and burn away from. It seems like this ice is actually acting as a barrier for it, but your weapon attack still works fine. So that is good. Then did you have anything else that you would like to do?
Nope.
Okay, sounds good. Then next up, Caelum, what would you like to do?
Oh, doggy. How many of them can I catch in a 15-foot area
Of snowmen?
of snowmen?
You could probably hit 5 or 6.
Cool. I'm gonna Blessing of the Raven Queen into the middle of a pack of them,
Okay.
and I'm gonna cast Upheaval. And they all need to make... You know what? I kind of want to nuke them. Okay. They need to make a con save 13. Or take half. And I need to make... I don't have enough fucking...
Okay. Roll your damage.
Okay. No. Ooh. 8... 14... 17 points of bludgeoning damage. Reduced to half on a save.
Okay.
And anybody who failed is knocked 10 feet away from me.
All but 2 of the snowmen remain. Or sorry, the 2 remain, the rest are just, like, as the ground begins to shake, you watch as their forms just kind of crumple and turn into snow.
Cool.
It's very loose, but 2 of these snowmen are still standing.
Turns to the snowman. Come on.
Okay. Sounds good. And Caelum, as you say, come on, there was a snowman that was only 10 feet away from you that is now directly on you, and you see it break the side of its bald form into what looks to be almost a coiled arm that comes up and tries to lash out towards you as the end extends into 5 almost fingers.
You want to hit a 15?
Okay. Sounds good. That is another natural 20. Oh my god.
Yep. It's a good thing I'm taking half on this one.
All right, so
60 points of damage. Whoa.
That is a total of 18 points of slashing damage.
Reduced to half.
All right, and make a Constitution save.
Oh boy. I'm no longer at that level of exhausted, so...
He within 10 feet of me.
Oh yeah, +3.
He is.
Okay, so 12.
And you're also blessed.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I'm here to help my friends.
That's 13, 16.
Okay. You're fine.
Cool.
Ice cold. Next up, Gwen.
God damn it, Indoor. Gwen would like to check her attack real quick. Oh, nope, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Is it an action? Yes, okay. I would like to tiny rage. And then she's going to pull out the Sun Forger. There's still a lot around us, yeah?
Oh, there's a bunch of snowmen around you.
Okay, she is going to toss it into a pile that doesn't have people around it, and she's gonna explode it.
Okay, are you trying to hit the big boy, or are you trying to get all the little guys?
Get the little guys for now.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. They need to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Roll your damage first, and then we can determine if I need to actually make these saves.
Okay. I'll use my fireball dice.
Fireball!
All right. Oh, that's a couple. 10, 15, 21 damage.
Okay. Yeah, I don't need to roll anything
Fine.
here. As there is just this thunderous explosion, as the Sun Forger just ignites in a burst of flame, clearing out a good 12 of these snowmen that were around you.
Cool. And then with her movement, she is going to rush forward with the Runtax, and then she is going to attempt to climb this big old boy.
Okay, make an athletics check.
Solid.
You'll have advantage because you're raging.
Yeah. Okay, maybe this isn't the best dice. It did really well at first. 14.
Okay, so 14, as you go to try and hop along Pop, you see that there is that one of these extra arms that this creature has just come down and bat you to the side. And then it is Cori's turn. Or sorry, not Cori's yet. There was one other of these snowmen that also just seems to have crept up its way, and it is going to try and strike out towards you, Arjan, as it has seen you as a source of the bad fire. It no like. So that is a 18 to hit. Okay. So that is going to be for 8 points of slashing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution save.
15 without Cori's bonus.
Okay, you're fine. Alrighty. So then it is your turn, Cori. Sorry about that.
No worries. I'm gonna go for the big boy. First of all, I'm going to Fey step towards him, and I suppose I'm in my Revenant form.
Yes, you are still in your Revenant form from yesterday.
Never said that I changed. Oh, I never tried to change back. Okay, well, no, it's fine. It's fine. So, I get 3 from him, I believe.
You get 6.
Oh God, that's right. So unsettling. Okay, 6 from him, and then I attack with my sword. A 10 probably doesn't hit him.
A 10 does not.
All right, second attack. Oh, however, a 22 might.
Oh, that'll totally hit.
All right, second level smite on the boyo. He is not fiend or undead?
No.
Okay. So that's going to be max damage on the sword. Aha. Yes. But I'm doing this one-handed. No. Yes, I'm doing this one-handed. Absolutely. So that's going to be 13 slashing damage. Plus, oh my gosh, almost max damage on the smite. 23 radiant damage.
Whoo, butts. Okay.
Max on all but 1 die. All right.
Nice.
And that's it for me, it seems.
All right, it is its turn. And it does not like the fact that you guys are currently striking against it. And you see as one of the heads looks down towards Gwen, and a mouth forms on it, You see that there is just this ball-like head that you see an indentation start in the lower area of the sphere, and it just gets wider and wider as the head kind of extends down as this guttural roar seems to seep out of it. And this roar is the sound of snow being crushed and pushed up against each other until it reaches that kind of breaking point, as it seems like this creature too has the capability of entering into a rage. And it is going to try and strike against Cori with its first hit. And that is that's a 31 to hit. Okay. So that is going to be for a total of 34 points of slashing damage.
Oof.
I'm gonna take 2d6 away from that, because damn.
Okay, I
3.
I reduce it with my feet. So you reduced it by 3?
Yeah.
All right, so it's down to 28 now.
And it seems
Damn.
like that first head is focusing on you, Cori, but the second head that's looking down at you, Gwen, is going to rear up and try and bash down on you with one of its arms as well.
Oh, wings, roll for concentration.
Oh,
For
shit.
the
Thank you.
blast.
Ah, I fail. No more bless for you guys.
Okay. So that is more than a 14 to hit you, Gwen. That's a 23.
Yeah.
And then you are going to take 21 points of slashing damage.
I'm at 69 again.
Nice. And as you look at this creature, it seems like the snow that's covering it is beginning to harden and turn into a sheet of ice over itself. And then that is it for its turn. Next up is one of the snowmen that had spent its turn walking up last time. And it is going up towards... at this point, it is going up towards you, Arjan. And it is going to try and strike out towards you as well. So Arjan, you have 2 snowmen. Caelum, you have 1 snowman. And Gwen and Cori, you are fighting the biggin. Arjan, I'm guessing that an 11 does not hit you.
Nar.
All right. Sounds good. So then next up, eat you, Dragon Boy.
All right. For my first trick, I'm casting Eldritch Blast, and then I'm using Mystic Frenzy to get a weapon attack out of that as a bonus action.
Okay, sounds good. Who and what are you attacking?
I'm just going after Big Boy.
Okay.
Okay. The crossbow will probably not hit with a 10.
10 does not hit.
All right, so we don't need to worry about that. And 10 will not hit this. Will a 17 hit?
17 does hit.
6 points of force damage. That's my turn.
Okay. Sounds good. So next up is going to be Caelum.
Okay. I'm gonna launch a guiding bolt at 4th level at this thing. At the beginning.
Okay.
Ooh. 18 plus 6. 24?
Okay. 24 totally hits. Roll for damage.
I thought you were about to say just hits. I was about to say.
No, somebody got a 15 earlier and hit it, so
5,
fine.
10, 14, 18, 20, 24, 26 points of lightning damage.
Okay. Sounds good.
Y'all have advantage. Well, one person has advantage on it next.
It takes it like a champ. Next up, the snowman that is on you, Caelum. And it is going to try and strike out towards ye. But a 10 doesn't hit. You're good.
No, I'm good.
All right. So then next up is Gwen.
Solid. I'm gonna try and climb this bitch.
Okay.
Athletics.
Yes.
Okay. 16 plus 5. 21.
Okay. Let's see what it got. It got a 28
For what?
for as a rivaled athletics check to keep you from hopping on top of it.
Oh, okay. It's like I'm not trying to hug it. I'm trying to climb this bee. Yeah. Okay, then I'll attack it
Okay.
recklessly. Because why the fuck not?
Because you have advantage on it already.
Yeah. That's a natty 20 and an 18.
Bwomp, 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 bwomp.
All right, cool.
Did you recklessly, though?
I did recklessly.
You already had advantage on it.
But
Oh.
reckless gives her advantage on both, not just one.
On both. Okay. Cool.
Then it's 13 damage
Okay.
on the first hit, and then a solid 14 on the second hit.
Okay, so Gwen, as your strikes are sinking into it, it looks like your axe is actually having a bit of difficulty trying to sink through its icy exterior that it has gained.
That's why I'm trying to get to its face.
Okay. Which face? Next up
Doesn't matter.
is the Frosty Boy, is one of the Frosty Boys that is on Arjan. So they are going to make an attack. And that is a 23 to hit. And then they are going to deal 15 points of slashing damage. Make a Constitution check. Or Constitution save.
$18.
Okay, 18's fine. All right, so next up, Cori, what would you like to do?
I would like to attack once more, but first I'm going to cast Searing Smite upon my sword.
Okay, Searing Smite is a concentration check.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Which, because my concentration is down, it's good for me to do it now.
Yes.
And so I attack. We already know that a 9 doesn't hit,
No.
so we move on. Oh, how about a natural 20? Bwomp, 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 bwomp.
Womp.
Oh my god. Okay.
My damage.
I'm disappointed, but it's fine. He needs to make a Constitution saving throw for not to be set afire by my Searing Smite.
Okay, that is a 21.
Oh, that definitely makes it. Okay, so that's going to be 16 slashing damage, and then from the fire, 12 fire damage.
Okay, and then
From
12
my
fire damage.
Yes, from my Searing Smite, and then I believe that goes away after having delivered the smite. Wait, no, that was my second attack. All right, so that's it for me.
Okay, sounds good. Next up is this creature. So Gwen, it is going to try and do some smashies against you, as you have proven to be a real thorn in its side.
Or its foot.
That is going to be... It's going to be a 30 to hit.
Well, that definitely hits.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I didn't like that either.
Good. No, I needed those. Come back. That's fine.
Oh, you tell him, not me.
Got it. All right, so... 30 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
All right, and then Cori, it is going to strike out against you as Whale.
With disadvantage? Because I hit it?
Yes. So with its disadvantage, it got a 22.
Okay, I
Totally
tried.
hits. That was just a poster falling on my end. It's okay. So then where did I sit
Nice.
down? That's fine. Oh, there we go. So Cori, that is going to be 25 points of slashing damage.
Minus 11
Make me do math on the fly.
as Gray Skull moves from me to Cori.
Minus 11, minus 3 makes it 11 slashing damage.
Nice. All right.
Oh,
I am
did
bloodied.
Oh no.
Sounds good.
No, I need those dice.
And then Arjan, one of the 2 snowmen that are on you, are going to try and reach out and give the slappies. And that is a 22 to hit. For a total of 12 points of 12 points of slashing damage.
Yep.
And then make a Constitution saving throw.
That's 20.
Okay, you're fine. All right, so then next up, Arjan.
Cori. You heal 6 points.
Aw, yeah.
But you can make an attack.
Oh, I would love to. And so I do. Oh, it's a natural 20!
Nice.
Back at it again, a Krispy Kreme. All right. Am I allowed to put a smite on this?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Did you say ha ha ha, you fool?
You fool, that's Arby himself.
3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So, oh god. Nose is running. Mom spaghetti. Okay.
Gross.
18 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then, you know what? I'm sick. I've got artist brain, and I've got a calculator right here. I'm not even gonna try. 33 radiant damage.
Holy butts. Okay. That's the number.
That's it for me.
The ice surrounding itself is definitely cracking, but it is holding on.
All right.
That was freaking rad, by the way.
That was his
Way to go,
bonus
John.
action.
That was my bonus action.
That was a bonus action, bro. But that's my reaction, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm taking 2 crossbow attacks, sorry. And they are a 24 and a 19.
Both will hit.
$10 points of piercing, 4 points of fire.
Okay. Sounds good. It is barely standing at this point.
All right. I'll accept this.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Oh, that was the total between the 2 of them?
Mhm.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I rolled like shit.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, it looks like the ice around its form is definitely cracking and pieces of snow are just beginning to tumble and fall off. And it's in its swaying animation. It does not look healthy, to say the least. Next up is the snowman that is on Caelum, who is going to try and give you a frosty touch for a 15.
No. That just hits.
Okay. So get frosty. That is a total of 12 points of slashing damage, and I need
And a
you
Constitution
to make a
save.
con save.
12. 15?
Okay, 15's fine. All right, and then after that boy, Gwen.
Solid.
Or sorry, no, Caelum. That is the boy.
I am the boy. I am totally the boy. I'm going to provoke an attack of opportunity
Okay.
from the thingy next to me to run
it's
up
totally
to
gonna take it.
the biggin.
Oh, you're taking it from the biggin?
No, from the little
Oh,
guy
okay.
next to
cool.
me. I'm gonna
Still.
head to the biggin.
It got 18.
Yeah, that's a hit.
So that is a total of 13 points of slashing damage.
And a con save?
Yes. Yes.
13 plus 14. 17.
Okay, 17's fine.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Nevermore.
Neat.
Yeah. Here we go. On the big guy. Plus 5. Does a dirty 20? Yeah. Right.
Oh, totally.
Okay. This is gonna be fun for me. Don't have enough. 21. 35 points of force damage.
Okay. What does it look like when you use Nevermore to annihilate this thing? It was
Yeah,
at 1, so...
Oh, I feel bad now. Kill secured. For half an instance, Caelum like just flitters briefly as he sort of pseudo shadow steps up and then just like decks it down and it just like crumbles in an avalanche of snow.
Excellent. And as a reminder, Nevermore is your version of which spell?
Inflict wounds.
Excellent.
Cast at 3rd level.
Nice. All right, so that is it for the big boy, but there are still 3 of these very aggressive snowmen. They move slowly, but still aggressive. All right, so next up is Gwen.
Hey, cool. Are any of my friends near these snowmen?
Arjan has 2 of them on him.
Fuck. Okay, I can't do my cool thing. I was just gonna like fall into them and then use my thunder step and blip out of there.
You can do it.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage. So I'm gonna go over and I'm
I got
gonna
flex tape. It's fine.
no. I'm gonna run over and attack one of them with a reckless attack.
Okay.
With the Rontax. That's a 16 to hit.
Okay, 16 totally hits.
And then the other one is 18 to hit.
18 also hits.
Okay, so I'm gonna do 14, 20 damage total.
Okay, to the singular one.
Unless 13 damage kills it.
It does not.
Okay, then yes.
Okay. Sounds good. And that was one of the 2 that are on Arjan, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm gonna say something to it in giant that I shall not utter on stream, for it is too foul.
Okay, sounds good. Next up would be the one that you just shattered. It gone. So next up, Cori.
That's me. Oof. How many snowmen are left again?
2.
2. Well, I will attack one of the snowmen then, I do believe.
At least there are 2 that are on you guys. You're still in a field of snowmen.
This is true, but we need to remove the 2 so we can get on out of here. I was gonna rhyme some more, but I couldn't think of anything. 14?
Okay. A 14 does not actually hit.
Okay, well, here comes the second attack. Oh, 13 doesn't hit either.
No.
Swing, swing, nothing.
Yeah. As your sword is slicing out, you realize that it looks like there is a layer of ice over these snowmen. Like there is a little bit of powder on their outer shell, but as they've been moving and kind of working, you can see that there is the clear sheen of what looks to be ice underneath.
Calvin took a garden hose to these motherfuckers. All right.
Alrighty. So that was it for you. Next up is, well, that guy is still good and still on Arjan and Gwen. So Gwen, it is going to look at you and try and make a strike, as Arjan had the 2.
Cool.
And it got an 18 to hit.
One of them is at disadvantage if they're hitting Arjan.
They're hitting you.
Oh, they're hitting me. Yes, that hits.
And that is going to be for 17 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Make a con save.
Okay.
And Cori, did you rush up to accompany Gwen and Arjan in striking down, or did you go to the solo one?
Whichever ones were actually threatening my friends.
Okay, it was the one that was on Arjan. So Gwen, you have a +3.
Okay, is this a poison type thing or a frightened type thing?
Neither.
Okay. Constitution, you said?
Yes.
20.
Okay.
A dirty, dirty 20.
Gross. You're fine. All right. So that was it for its turn. Then next up, Arjan.
What's the situation? There's only one left?
There is one there are 2 left. One is in front of you, Gwen, and Cori, and then there is one that was attacking Caelum, but then Caelum ran off to punch a snow giant to death.
Okay. Let's... I'll crossbow the one that's away from me. Oh, let me do these one at a time. Wait. Natural 20. Yeah.
Nice.
That's going to be 12 points of piercing and 9 points of fire.
And that is the one directly on you?
No, that's the one
farther away.
that was away.
Okay. And so that was 9 piercing and how much fire?
No, it was 12 piercing, 9 fire.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you destroy this lone snowman that seemed to have been minding its business.
There's the snowman who is like engaged with me.
Yeah, directly in front of you.
5 foot step back.
Okay, it is going to try and take an attack of opportunity against you. And that is a 24 to hit.
Okay.
And that is for... Sorry? That is for 19 points of slashing damage.
Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. Also, make your con save.
$17.
Okay.
It was on a 20 and it rolled off and I thought it was going to the 2. 13 points of fire damage.
Okay. Sounds good. So this one also ends up biting the dust. No longer able to move in front of you.
Anything else? I still got 1 attack.
Looking around, you do not see that there is any movement.
Cool.
Okay, Gwen, what would you like to do?
I would like to rage.
She's still raging.
Because she's probably taking care of the kittens.
Okay.
Probably somebody fell in a water bowl again.
Sounds good. So, Cori, it would then be your turn. Is there anything you would like to do for 6 seconds, or are you just kind of like...
She's back.
Taking
She back.
Okay. So, all of the snowmen have been dealt with. Gwen, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna tell my friends to mount up on on our friend. I'm gonna jump on Cybra and we're gonna book it. Right? There's still a lot of snowmen.
There are.
Then that's what I'd like to do.
Cori.
So exactly how many things are we going to be leaving behind by leaving behind the cart?
Your food. Any spare clothes that you might have had. Anything that you had decided to not want to carry because it was too heavy or too cumbersome you left on your cart.
I'd like to try and grab at least some food and then mount up.
Okay. On to Rumble Thunder?
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. So make a survival check.
Oh boy. I'm supposed to be kind of okay at those. I think I'm trained in those. Yeah, I am. However, that does not help when I roll a 9.
Okay, sounds good. You gain 2 rations.
Are those the food that we got from her dad or the regular rations?
Regular rations.
All right. I'm just going to take off the other ones.
Okay. And then you guys hear a rumbling noise as it looks like the snow that was around this large form, this huge form that you had actually thought you had defeated, is beginning to come back to itself, and you see a large hand come up into an axe-like shape, and it is going to try and strike down towards you, Caelum, as you were the one who dealt its blow to break its form.
6.
It gets a 6 on the die, which means that it gets a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Ruh-roh.
Actually, you know what?
Good.
Fuck you, shield. I'm bringing it to 20.
Okay. It is going to make a second attack.
Great.
Damn.
That is a 30 to hit.
That hits.
Ooh.
There's a roller coaster of emotions in 6 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
For
Kim.
a total of 27 points of slashing damage.
-7, so 20.
Hey now. I'm at 9. It's all good.
Okay.
Do I have to make a con save?
You do not.
Not with the big boy.
Cool.
And it looks like it is in the process of reforming itself.
We're bailing, right?
Go, go, go.
Get out.
I've
All right.
got pot shots I can make at it.
Oh, sure. Does it make an attack of opportunity on me as I leave?
Oh, most certainly.
Great.
Butts.
And that is another 30 to hit.
No, that misses. I'm going to shield that move now. I'm already at 20.
For a total of 20 points of slashing.
Hey now.
Gwen, you have already used your reaction to help Caelum before.
Caelum
I'm
takes
gonna-
an axe to the back and falls over.
Gwen is going to try to grab him on the way out.
Okay. Yeah, you can lift twice your normal strength capacity. So it is very much the Batman running through the streets with the bomb, but you are just holding this Shadarkai boy above you as you guys continue to
Caelum
run.
is the bomb.
Okay, so we're not on the arc at this point.
No, not at this point. You had
Okay.
just been getting ready to. Only 6 seconds have passed since the last time Caelum bapped this thing, and then it crumbled, got up, and bapped him.
Got it.
Cori!
Holding out hand, ready to lay on hand.
Okay. Sounds good. So at this point, you guys are hopping on your Auroch. Gwen, you are hopping on Cybra, and you are trying to make a quick escape. Are any of you stabilizing Caelum as you make your run?
Of course, yes.
I'm
Yes.
going to pass off Caelum to them on the Auroch because I cannot ride my mount.
You can
No.
yeet him up there, even.
I don't really want to do that. I
He's
will
getting-
help him up.
He's getting 20 points of lay on hands.
And then I'm going to do that thing that people do in Westerns where they run alongside their mount and then they grab them and like jump up on them as they're going and they just keep going.
I dig it. Make an acrobatics check.
Solid. Can it be athletics because I'm just pulling myself? No, I don't want to do that. I will knock her down. All right, acrobatics, let's do this. 14.
Oh, easy. Easy enough. Cybra usually will like lean down to let you on. So you just wait for at the time where like her shoulder is down from how she's running and you just hop on top. And you guys begin making a very quick escape away from this creature as it seems to kind of be trying to drag itself through the snow after you as other snowmen are coming up and then merging onto its form.
Don't like that. Taking pot shots.
Okay. Sounds good.
Would it be considered prone?
Yes.
Then none of these are going to hit.
Okay.
Well, one of them would have been a 17 if I didn't roll anything else. So, nope, they all miss.
Okay.
That's a 4 and a 2.
All right. And then Caelum, you said you were also going to try and take a pot shot?
No.
Okay.
I'm hurting.
Okay, so you are now all on these mounts. You are making a very quick escape away from this thing. And it is just beginning to shamble towards your group as you are making great distance. As one of the heads that it had kind of fallen and broken off during its shattering. But you see that there is a small cluster of other snowman heads that are currently growing in its place.
Don't like that.
And as you continue to run off, no longer in threat of this creature, that is where we are going to go into our break for the evening. So I would like to say thank you to everybody who's decided to stick with us so far. We are going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes. So don't go no place unless it is to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to bit.ly/adventure merch. Let us know how we're doing, or hey, maybe like leave us a comment or a review or something. I really get a kick out of reading them, even though I've been told never to read YouTube comments on things. I enjoy it. But we are, again, going to try and be back in 5 to 10, so don't go no place. All right, everybody. Bye-bye!
I too.
Hello, everybody, and we are
Steven,
back.
I lied before when I said I had nothing to hide.
What? Whoa!
It's the fact that I love my friends.
Aww.
Well, things have happened, AudioCast listeners, and you're missing out. So what better way to catch up than Twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures Monday through Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's the one. Danae has blonde hair, and it scared me. So, we are picking up where we left off. 3 of you are on the back of an Auroch, riding very fast. Gwen, you are on the back of Cybra, and you are also going very fast. And what you guys are going very fast away from is a large amalgamation of snowman who is currently trying to claw his way towards you, but you guys are having none of it, so you move. Gwen, make a survival check.
That would be another natural 20.
God damn.
Okay, so Gwen.
Good night.
Gwen, you were waking up early in the morning. Normally you guys have coffee or some other means of waking yourselves up. However, your preferred way of waking up in the morning is just a brief, tiny rage. So with an extreme moment of clarity, you are able to position yourself and you know which way to go to actually get to the Thimblefish Estate. And you begin kind of leading your friends in that direction. You know that you are going to need to travel for at least... Normally, from where you're at, you know that it would be a 6-hour journey. But you aren't sure how long it is actually going to take you to get there through the snow.
Okay.
But you have a good bearing on it now.
Have we gotten past the snowman?
Yes, you have gotten out of the field of snowmen. They can only move, other than the large boy who seemed like he was taking time to kind of regrow. All of the other snowmen were only able to move at 10 feet per round. And so on the back of your Auroch, on the back of your wolf, it was a very easy thing to actually outrun these creatures.
All right, cool. I'll slow us down a little bit, and all right, guys, we got another like 5 or 6 hours, so let's not, blow our load so early.
It's an innuendo. I got it.
How you doing there, champ?
Good. My back hurts.
Sorry, it's fine.
It's fine.
How's everyone else feeling?
Peachy.
Things fine.
Sweet. So if we do encounter Mr. Cypress, are we okay to do that, Miss Coriander?
We're going to have to be, but we're going to very much hope that we don't.
Why?
Because, all things considered, he's basically a full-blown Caelum at this point. And he's always been a better swordsman than me. And I'm kind of down in arm. So, not exactly ready, I would say.
Arjan, heal for 10. I'm gonna heal for 10 as well.
But you've got us this time around. And you're a heck of a lot stronger now than you were then.
That's
Even
true.
with one arm.
It's true. But I have no idea what he's been doing since I've been gone. Technically, it should have been less time for him than it was for me, but I really don't know what's going on in the Feywild.
Clearly some not so great stuff.
Clearly.
Well, if we have to face him, we'll face him together.
Okay. Together.
Mm-hmm. Plus,
Just
you have
so-
that promise. The promise I made to you.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Just so we're
As you are very keen to remind me.
Just as a reminder for the rest of us, capture, not kill, right?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Think we could stop to take a break for a bit?
Sure. We've got a little bit to go here.
Very much like to, actually, yes.
Cool.
And out of
Yeah.
character, we should probably figure out exactly what we left behind
I'm just gonna take everything.
in terms of in terms of equipment.
The
Should I
tents
just-
are gone.
Delete all of this.
We're gonna come back for it.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay. I'll mark this as left behind, and then once we know for sure whether or not we've actually lost it, I'll delete it.
So are we finding a place to short rest?
Yeah,
Mhm.
we're gonna attempt a short rest.
Okay. So as you guys are making your short rest, about a half hour into it, you look off towards the west, and you can see that there are heavy gray clouds that are beginning to roll in. And you can see very small traces of snow that are beginning to fall. You don't know how long you have until this new snowfall ends up hitting, but you know that it is approaching.
Aurochs are pretty hardy as far as like to travel. Like if we have him run for like a half an hour or something like that, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yes.
Sorry.
Rumble Thunder's a girl's name.
All right. Clouds of Doom, what do you guys think? Stay or go?
Have we
If-
completed our short rest?
Not yet.
Not yet.
If we get caught in this, then we're gonna be more fucked. Because I don't know about you, but I am not resistant to the cold, and
We should definitely catch our breath first.
can I make a nature check to try and approximate like snowfall?
Sure. Make a nature check. Caelum the Weatherman.
15.
Okay, so with a 15, you feel like this will be on you within the hour, but it doesn't look too heavy at the moment.
Okay. It looks like it's gonna get here in like the next hour or so, but it might be light, but I don't know if it's gonna pick up.
Well, if we stick around for another like half an hour, do you think we'll be okay?
If it's light snow, yeah. I'd really not want to gamble on it. Once we get to the Thimblefish
Yeah.
Estate, we could probably find another hole to crawl into. House to crawl into, sorry.
I mean, if the hags are doing this snow, then it's probably not going to be light.
True.
It also means we're probably walking into a fight, and I'm not ready for another fight right now.
It's fair. Alright. Caelum sits back down.
Okay. Your guys' short rest goes by otherwise uneventfully.
Well, Gwen,
Yeah, what?
I heard from fuck, what was his name?
Philip!
I heard from Philip. I'm sorry, Rob.
Okay, how?
I have a liaison, but he wanted me to tell you that he's deeply sorry for his cowardice, and he should have confessed about Owain. And he's seeking adventure as you have found, and he hopes to return as a fit companion to Gwen Stumpfoot.
Can you send a message back?
It'll take a few nights.
Does it have to be a certain like length of message?
I don't think so.
All right, cool. I'll write it down for you. You can write?
Gwen actually has expert penmanship. You guys just... she just never writes.
Yes.
All right.
And halfling as well.
All right. And then Caelum is getting his rest in right now. For the rest of your break, Cori, is there anything that you would like to do?
Is it a short rest where I can switch to my moon form?
Yes.
I would like to try to switch to my moon form.
Sweet. I'm going to need you to make a wisdom save.
Oh, good. I'm supposed to be good at those, so... 17.
You feel like as you focus on the form of the moon, that it is difficult. You have never had this problem before when switching between forms, but as you try and focus on the moon form, it seems like there is a moment where you aren't sure if you're actually able to switch over, and then you force yourself through. It takes a little bit of additional thought and focus, but you are able to switch back to your moon form.
Excellent. It's good news, though. It's good news.
Yes. All right. So your guys' short rest comes to an end. The snow is coming in. and Gwen, you feel like you know the way to the Thimblefish Estate.
All right, we're gonna giddy on up and giddy on out.
Okay, sounds good. So you begin leading the team yet again. Make another survival check, this time with advantage.
Cool. It's a 15.
So a 15, you're able to kind of keep on the main path. The snow is still very thick. It's difficult to kind of trudge through it. But thankfully, Rumble Thunder is just pushing forward with you. As much as you enjoy sitting on Cybra, it's easier to make a path for your friends when you're on the back of this large bison-like creature. Mm-hmm. And together, the lot of you are able to push through for the next several hours as this snowfall begins. And as you travel, it actually gets thicker. It seems like there is more snow that is falling until you feel like you are almost in the start of a blizzard. I would like for you all to make perception checks.
20.
6.
7.
Also 6.
Okay. Arjan, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. You're the only one who ends up taking note of this. But as everyone else is kind of focusing on the path ahead, you have always, since arriving in Greenreach, been looking towards the sky in case anything dangerous ends up coming towards you. And you see that maybe about 200 feet away from you, coming towards you, are 3 distinct flying forms.
What they look like?
You see that there are 2 large wings that are outstretched, and they seem to be flapping, and again, just sort of gliding towards. With the 20 peering through, you can see that there are sets of long necks that come out to sharp-teethed heads, also what looks to be kind of this white color. Whereas typically dragons have 4 legs, it seems like these things only have 2. So you're fairly certain that these are not the dragons that you saw before, but with that 20 still peering, you can see that on the back of each of these are 2 halfling riders.
Heads up, we've got more. Not dragons. Smaller this time.
Fuck.
Do you think we can hide?
Can we hide? Is there anywhere to hide?
You are rather out in the open, but I will allow you guys to make stealth checks.
Sweet.
Is this a triple disadvantage for me or regular disadvantage?
Just regular is fine.
Huh.
13.
2.
Okay.
19.
13, 2, 19, and Cori.
5. Oh shit, I'm muted. Wait.
Yeah, you're right. Correct. 5.
Yes. So as the elves are trying to hide and Rumble Thunder just doesn't really understand what is currently going on, these forms are still making their way much quicker than you had initially given them thought. And that is when you hear the sound of connection happening as 3 arrows are shot from up atop the back of these figures. Gwen, does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Caelum, a 15 hits you, and a 16 hits Rumble Thunder, as they are a big old beast of burden and rather large. So, Gwen, you are going to be taking 10 points of piercing damage. Caelum, you are going to be taking 8 points of piercing, and Rumble Thunder takes 7. I would like for you all to roll initiative.
Oh,
20.
16.
Arjan, you said 17?
20.
Oh, 20. Okay. 20, 16, Gwen,
9.
and Cori.
15.
Okay,
I roll
sounds...
at advantage, guys.
Whoa.
Woo. Alrighty. So... that is fine. So, Arjan, you are going first, having heard the sounds of these arrows connecting with their targets.
How far are they away?
At this point, it looks like they are 80 feet away and still flying.
Okay. Ding dang hell. They're flying away?
They are flying towards you.
Okay. And how far? Sorry.
80.
80. Okay. Shit. Bonus action relight my crossbow.
Okay.
Shit, I didn't roll my dice.
To heal?
Yeah, can I
Yeah.
please roll my healing
Yes,
dice?
please. You took your short rest.
4 and 4 times. It's 12. 12. 22. 23. 28. 30. Okay. Cool. Healing 30.
Okay.
Taking 7. They're taking 8. Crossbow's lit. Shit, what's that one's for long rest? Yep, okay. Fuck. Eldritch Blast. Where did it go?
Where'd he go?
Where'd it go? There it go. Will a 21 and a 24 hit?
Are you trying to hit a rider or the flying creature?
The rider.
Because you
Because
said...
I want to hit him off.
Yes. You totally hit with both of them.
Okay, one of them takes 1 point of force damage, and the other one takes 3.
Okay. They don't seem to mind too much.
That's my turn.
Okay. Sounds good. So, then next up is Cori. What's your dexterity?
My dexterity is 13.
Okay, then you are going to be going before these.
Oh boy. All right, so nothing is within like melee distance yet,
No.
right?
No direct striking distance, but it seems like these halfling wyvern riders are on their way towards you.
Wonderful. I'm gonna cast Aid on my 3 friends. This raises your maximum hit points by 5. And is not a concentration, and it lasts for 8 hours. Woo.
Is it temp HP or?
No, it's max.
It raises your maximum HP for 8 hours. I don't know if there's a easy way to do that.
Yeah, you click on HP, and then there's a max HP modifier at the bottom.
Aha. There is an easy way to do that. So that is an action.
D&D Beyond, everybody.
D&D Beyond.
And then, am I allowed to hold a bonus action?
You are not.
Cool. I'm not supposed to be doing that anyway. Oh boy. And so I'm just gonna try and get into a pretty centralized defensible position, and tell all my buddies, stay close to me, as has become Coriander's catchphrase as of now. So
Okay.
no
Sounds
more.
good.
Nothing left.
So next
End
up
turn.
is this snowy creature that is flying through the air, and you see that the two riders, one of them is currently in the process of controlling the beast, but the other has a short bow over its back, and it is going to make a strike, or at least try to, against you, Cori, as you have kind of like squared yourself up in the most advantageous for it in terms of positioning. And it gets a 15, which I'm assuming does not hit you. No, so this arrow just glides towards you, but you manage to duck out of the way. It is at that point that the rider actually leans forward, and the beast swoops down, and it is going to try and strike out against you. So, it is going to make a series of attacks against you, one of which being a bite. Does a 23 hit?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. And then that is going to be for 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then this creature's tail flicks around and is going to try and jab you in the side.
Ooh.
And that is a 20 to hit.
Yep.
All right, so you are going to be taking 11 points of piercing damage, and then I need you to make a Constitution save.
Oof. Okay. All right. 24.
Okay, you are only going to be taking half as much then.
Oh.
Half of 16.
All right. This isn't poison, is it?
It is cold damage.
Okay. So half of 16 is 8.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Okay, and then it is going to then just the rider is then going to maneuver, and then they will try and fly back up into the air after their initial strike. So
That's a flyby attack, so...
it does not have the flyby feature.
Ooh.
So...
Well then.
Yes.
That means...
Can we all make attacks? Or is it just
Cori had stepped out into the front, so it had just come down to strike at her, and then was trying to leave past that point.
Wait.
How's about a 21?
Okay. Are you attacking either of the riders or the creature itself?
I'm attacking the creature.
Okay. Yeah, 21 will totally hit.
I'm like, I think this is a bad idea. Hey guys, I'm out of second level spell slots. Ruh-roh. So I'm gonna smite at first level.
Okay.
Okay. This is... I have my other sword written down for this. Okay, 8 slashing damage, and then 5 radiant damage.
Okay. It still stands, but you have dealt it a blow of sorts, and it flies away.
Okay.
All right, so then Cori, that was... Or, sorry. It was supposed to go Arjan, Caelum, and then Cori. So, Caelum, I skipped you on accident.
Whoops.
So, Caelum.
Could I have made my way up to where Cori was and then just
Cori
take my turn that way?
was supposed to move after you. So
After me?
Yeah. So you wouldn't be able to directly then rush up. You can rush up now, though, because we've done goofed.
Okay. I'm going to need the driver of that Wyvern Rider to make a dex save 14.
He gets a 19.
Nope, that does not work then.
Sound good.
My turn.
Alrighty, so then next up is this second rider. And the second double rider beast combo that is then going to fly down. One of them is going to make an arrow shot against the Auroch against Rumble Thunder. And gets
Fucks.
a nat 1. So unable to strike against it. The rider is using its turn to control this creature, and the creature then lands up and is going to try and make a couple bites out towards you, Caelum,
Okay.
as you had rushed up in front. And it saw what Cori was capable of. Doesn't like that at all. So it got a 21 on its first hit.
That's a hit.
That is just a bite. So that is going to be for a max damage of 16.
Yep.
And then it is going to try and make a tail attack against you. And that is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So you are going to be taking 10 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's okay. 19.
Okay, 19. You are only going to be taking half of this, which is fine. So... for half of 22, and that is cold damage.
Cool.
All right, and then it is also then going to continue to try and fly by.
Reaction Warcaster, 4th level Nevermore.
Okay.
This is what I was made for. Not really.
Cori, a wizard just cast a spell right next to you. Mage Slayer, now's your time.
Oh, I tried to get him with my left hand. Oh, shit.
Oops.
Nat of 20.
Nice. Are you
Okay.
attacking that there beast?
Yeah. Cool. It's a good thing that's my last 4th level spell. Oh wait, no, that's not right. Hold on. There we go. 66 points of force damage.
So as this creature goes to try and fly away, how do you turn it to powder?
It's going it. I'd like to think like it tails and then tries to bite, but then Caelum puts up his shield and it just like soft boop, and then there's this like shockwave that ripples out and it just dusts.
Okay. Sounds good. And as the shockwave ripples out, typically you are used to seeing some sort of raven aesthetic coming from it, but because you have used your shield, there is actually an owl that shoots out.
Bark? Who?
All right, so that does it for that one, and the two riders just go tumbling off into the snow. And they seem to be quite displeased with themselves. Next up, Gwen.
Solid. Gwen is gonna hop off Rumble Thunder, move about, I'm gonna say 10 feet away, and then are they within 90 feet flying in the air?
Two of them are, yes. One of the other flying creatures is just
Yeah.
no more.
So she's going to. Is the ones who are on the ground? Can I get to them and then Thunderstep?
Oh yeah.
Solid. I'm gonna do that. So Gwen's gonna like run up to the guys on the ground as they're disoriented. She's gonna like get down, like kneel down a little bit, and just go, and then she's gonna Thunderstep away up to one of the flying creatures.
Okay.
So they need to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
All right, and as you do, you recognize these two individuals. They are both from the Grovekeld family.
Are they like, they look messed up or like...
You see one of them, as you leave, is just grinding their teeth as hard as they can, and it looks like a lot of the enamel has actually worn away to the point where they are just straight lines of teeth.
Gross.
They both fail.
Killed.
Solid. They take 17 damage. Thunder
Oh,
damage.
Boy. Yeah, they both die.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
They
Ooh.
are both gone.
And then she's gonna get on one of these dragons and go for a ride.
The one that had been close enough to the ground, Caelum had turned to powder. There is currently. Oh, you're meaning hopping up, thunder stepping onto it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make a athletics check with advantage.
Cool. I did say I raged, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. I was like, wait a second. 15?
Yes.
Solid.
Okay, so now it is 3 halflings on the back of one of these dragons, and you see that the one with the short bow on this one turns around and looks at you, and you recognize this to be a member of the Thimblefish family. And they look like they have deep gouges in the sides of their cheeks that looks like they had just been kind of tearing at their own face before they ended up hopping onto this wyvern's back.
Oh, I was like, I can't remember what Philip's last name is, but it's Spice Bottom. Okay, my job's done. My turn's over.
Yeah. No Spice Bottoms were harmed in the making of this feature film. So, that was it for you. And were you moving on to the back of the wyvern that had already flown down and attacked, or were you going up to the one that had yet to attack?
One that had yet to attack.
Okay. So the halfling on the back, this Grovekeld, is going to try and shove you off of the back. It seems like he is not going to be using his short bow this round. So he is going to make a shove attack towards you and gets a 16 on his end.
Is that an athletics?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I got another natural 20.
These
are all different dice.
You ain't taking no one shit today.
Can I counter and make him lose his bow?
You would have
I know that's
to
not
use...
part of the thing.
No.
So
No, I would say that you would have to use your reaction in order to do so.
okay. Just for flavor, she's gonna like bump him on the nose as he jumps. The fuck.
Your bump is so strong that you do actually hear a cracking noise, and then there is blood coming out of the nose of this halfling. The rider is going to look back and pull to the side of this creature to kind of get it into a spin. So Gwen, make another athletics check to hold on.
Oh boy. I got a 17 plus
You're totally
5.
fine.
Yeah.
Don't even worry. You are holding...
She's got...
Like, this creature, as you're sitting on it, is made of snow. It's very cold, but you know it's made of snow, so as it begins to turn, you just punch into it, and then, like, hold on to part of its snowy interior, so as it turns, you're just, like, hunkered down.
I'm gonna give the finger to the other people riding.
Okay. And then this thing is going to then swoop down and try and strike out towards Coriander. 9 does not hit with the bitey, and then does a 21 hit with the stinger.
Yes, it does.
Okay, sounds good. So that is going to be for 15 points of piercing damage.
Oof.
And then, wait a second, I have enough. And then for... make a con save.
Natural 20.
Okay, sounds good. So you are going to be taking half of 25.
Okay.
So 12
Still
points of cold damage.
Still up. Barely. I have 6 hit points left. It's fine.
Alrighty, and then it is flying off as well.
No flyby?
It does not have flyby, but you've already used your attack of opportunity this round.
Sugar snap peas. It's fine.
And it continues to go, and as you are passing by, you just see Gwen on the back, elbow deep in the back of this wyvern, just holding on for dear life. Arjan, it is your go. And you see that Gwen is on the back of one of these creatures with 2 riders on it, and then there is another wyvern with 2 halflings on its back as well.
Are any wyverns close enough where either Caelum or Cori could make a weapon attack?
Not at the moment, as they were performing flyby tactics without the flyby keyword. So currently, both wyverns are up in the air, roughly 40 feet. And Gwen is on the back of one of them, so if anything, Gwen could make a weapon attack.
Can I? At them? Or at the...
That depends.
At my friends?
Okay, I'm a hold on to it for now. Which wyverns? There are 2 wyverns that do not have a Gwen on them.
There is only one wyvern that does not have a Gwen on them. There was
All right.
another wyvern and 2 riders, but Caelum blew that one up, and then Gwen blew up the riders.
That wyvern is about to be hexed,
Yes.
and it will have disadvantage on strength checks.
Okay. Sounds good.
And for my next trick, different die. I'm taking 2 shots with my crossbow at this wyvern. 25.
Okay, that'll totally hit.
11 points of piercing damage, 2 points of necrotic damage, 3 points of fire damage. The other one was a natural 1.
Okay, sounds good. It does not seem to like these things at all. All right, so Arjan, that was your go. Caelum.
Sorry, consternation. I'm going to use a Cure Wounds on Coriander because she's been getting hit the most. She will heal back. Ooh. 12. 17 points of HP.
Nice.
And then can I take a little bit of shelter behind Cori with
For
my
sure.
shield?
Sounds good. Next up, Cori.
All right. Is there a wyvern within Fey stepping distance?
If you ran towards it, if you ran 10 feet, you would be able to.
Okay. I imagine that, like, as Coriander's taking this cold damage, like, her joints are getting, like, frosted up and stuff. And as Caelum heals her up a little bit, she kind of, like, rolls her shoulder, and some of that frost falls off, and she says, "Thank you." And then, like, she hesitates for a moment, and she says, "I'll be fine." And then she runs that 10 feet and face steps.
So the other thing that you also notice is that as you have been taking this cold damage, you know it's cold. You know that it hurts, but you don't feel a temperature.
Yep. Sure thing. Face step.
Okay. Sounds good. On the one that Gwen is not on.
Yes.
Got it. Got it. Yes.
And this is moon form, so it needs to save against being baned, I believe.
Okay. It fail.
Oh boy. So the wyvern is baned. Is there any halflings on the back of this here thing?
There are 2.
I would like to try and kick one off
Okay.
with
Go
a
for it.
shove attack.
Make your shove.
I do that. Where did my dice go? Oh, there it is. All right. How's about? This is athletics, I believe. How's about a 22?
That is stronger than he, so they begin to plummet. The 30 feet down to the ground. And there is a and followed by a that seems to come from a little halfling-sized indent into the snow. Seems like they are still alive, although thankfully the snow broke their fall and not their bones.
All right, second attack. I'm going to try and shove the other one.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Are you rolling your shove attacks at disadvantage because of single arm?
I had not, but I can if
Okay.
you prefer.
Going forward.
Okay. Oh, that's so sad. One of those was a natural 20. 8.
Still stronger than it. It got a 4.
5.
Okay. So as this one falls, there might have been a rock hiding underneath the snow, but you hear a very loud snapping sound as this halfling falls into the snow, and they are not groaning or making any additional noise.
Crunch. All right. So that's bonus action and both my attacks. I think that's it for me.
Okay. As you are on the back of this now riderless wyvern. All right, so then next up is the one that Gwen is currently on. And the halfling that is on the back with you, Gwen, you see actually pulls out a knife from their belt and is going to try and stab out towards you.
Do it.
It got a 21 to hit.
That definitely hits. Oh shit.
For 4 points of piercing damage. It's a knife.
Gwen looks down at the cut on her, and she's just like, small shrug.
There's that moment of like stab, look up, you shrug. He shrugs and tries to stab again. But he only gets one attack per turn, so he's going to be stabbing. But again, the rider is going to try and maneuver in such a way for you to... actually, he thinks his buddy on the back has it pretty good. So they are going to then circle down. They feel like Caelum is a larger threat than the dragon is because the dragon man didn't one-shot one of their friends. And it is going to try and then bite and sting out at you, Caelum. So the bite is a 22 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Okay. And so that is for 7 points of piercing damage.
Yeah.
And then the stinger. And that is an 18 to hit.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm going to shield that shit.
Okay.
Fuck you.
And after you shield, it then just kind of like perches on the ground and then flies away again.
Reaction.
That's your
Warcaster.
shield.
You are correct. Shield is a reaction.
To
Oh,
cast shield.
shit. You're right. Sad face. Oh, well.
Yep. So it then flies away as well. So, next up, Arjan.
There's nobody close enough for Caelum to hit with the weapon attack.
No.
Is there?
Gwen and Cori are, though.
Is Cori within 60 feet of me?
Yes.
Cori, take 7 points of healing.
Oh boy. I gladly accept.
Do a thing.
I do a thing. 17 to hit.
Okay, 17 hits.
All right, here comes damage. Butts. Okay, it's fine. 6 slashing damage, and I'm holding on to my smite.
Okay,
My last one.
sounds good.
Saving that baby for later.
All right.
And there's a wyvern on the loose.
No, Cori's on its back, and then Gwen's on the back of the other. Both of your
Which one?
friends are riding wyverns right now.
Which one? Which one's looking more
Looking more hurt.
Yeah.
The one that is looking more hurt is the one that Gwen is currently on the back of.
All right, Cori. Taking 2 shots at it. Okay. Fuck. Is a 16 hit?
A 16 does hit.
What about 15?
A 15 also hits.
So that is going to be. Give me a second. 8 points of fire damage, 10 points of necrotic damage, and 13 plus 6 points of piercing damage. 19 points of piercing.
Holy butts. Okay, this thing is looking incredibly injured after it takes these bolts. So, Arjan, that was it for your turn. Caelum, what would you like to do? You're muted, Zaya.
Oh, it's my turn again?
Did we skip me?
Wait.
Yeah, it's Gwen. Gwen didn't have a turn yet.
I was supposed to go after the riders, right?
But wait, isn't it Arjan,
It is
Cori,
Arjan,
Caelum?
No, it's Arjan,
Cori,
Caelum,
'cause I messed
Cori.
up the first turn.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Arjan, Caelum, Cori, Gwen.
I didn't go last round.
Okay. So go.
Thanks. Sorry.
No, that's all right.
Gwen, as this guy stabs her, she's gonna try and palm him and push him off.
Okay.
Take a page from Corey's book.
11.
23.
Oh, he goes flying. He's going to be falling down. Poor boy. You hear another crunchy noise as it looks like this halfling is no more.
Can I scoot up and do my second attack?
Yes, you can.
Okay, same thing. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Get fucked.
Blah,
Blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah.
Wow,
Oh my
fucking
god!
Oh no.
All
I
right.
took a picture of that.
How do you end this man's whole career?
Roll 4d6 for me.
Oh my god. 13 damage.
All right. That is the amount of damage that this fool takes dropping out of the sky, which is enough to kill him. So you
Gwen palms the first guy off and then scoots up this thing, takes the other guy and just pulls him up by the back of his collar and just like blip, off the end.
All right.
And then she's gonna like hold this thing like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna ride this thing.
Okay, so Cori and Gwen are both on Wyvern back. So, Gwen, that was going to be it for your turn. So then we go back to how it was supposed to be, with Arjan having just gone. Caelum.
Cure wounds for a number. That's my turn. Yeah, that's my turn. Oh, that's a death. Hold on. Ooh, hold on. Don't do that.
You ever try to heal yourself and then you die?
Yeah, it's, it says cure wounds. I mixed it up with inflict. That's my turn.
Okay, sounds good. Cori, you are on the back of this wyvern that Arjan has just popped full of holes. What would you like to do?
That I am, and this is a wyvern made of snow, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Yeah, let's just try and kill the thing. That seems like the most reasonable thing. How high up am I up in the
You
air?
are currently 30 feet up in the air.
That's fine. I can handle 30 feet. Yeah, 30 feet's fine. Yeah. Ah! Come here and let me attack you. Okay. 13.
A 13 just hits.
Just hits. Wow. Okay. Here comes damage. It's gonna be 7 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then a second attack. Oh, natural 20.
Nice.
3 in this game, I think. God.
Tonight
For
has been a
you.
good night for 20s.
Add it though. Come back here. Into the dice tower you go. Alright, that yields It's 14 slashing damage.
Okay. This creature begins to fall apart underneath you. Make an acrobatics check.
Okay, should I... Well, my arm shouldn't change this, should it?
Only stealth checks.
Aha. Oh, I'm not trained in that. I make a 9.
Okay. Caelum and Arjan, you see as Cori has stabbed into this creature, it begins just turning to powder, and she begins to fall. Is there anything that the two of you would like to do?
There is the math calculation formulas going through Caelum's head. Feather fall.
Do you still have a reaction, Buster Brown?
Yeah, I do. I used shield a turn ago.
Okay, just checking. Just checking.
You guys will never let me live this down. I fuck up once with my reactions.
You just went.
Okay. So yeah, Cori, as you begin to fall, the familiar magics of Featherfall catch you, and then you lightly just land, feet planted. It looks like there's a spot that's like a little deeper, so you kind of stumble a little bit, but overall, you're fine. All right, so that was it for Cori, unless you had a bonus action.
Cori looks up at Caelum and smiles and says, "See, I told you I'd be fine."
Okay.
Enter.
So that was it for that one. Gwen, it is your turn.
I'm gonna try and animal handle this thing.
Make an animal handling check.
No, you can't. This is fucking astronomical.
Okay.
The one,
Okay.
Okay, it's correcting itself.
but that's plus animal handling 0.
Hey, that's something.
It's not a negative.
It's not a negative, which she has some of.
So Gwen, you do your best to wrangle
Yeah.
this creature. You start giving it your best hias to try and get it to pay attention to you. And it looks like it worked. It definitely
Sweet.
looks like it is paying attention to you at this point.
Good.
And it is this creature's turn, and it is going to use its action to fly straight up in the air, 80 feet, and then its long neck swivels back, and it is going to try and do a bite against you.
Solid.
That is a 11 to hit, and then you...
Not on Mondays.
As you say, not on Mondays. The stinger rises up and is going to try and get you as well. And that is a natural 20 on the stinger.
That
Fine,
hits.
you're at full.
No, I'm not. Close.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm close to at full.
So that is for a total of 21 points of piercing damage. And
Okay.
then make a constitution save.
Is this a poisoned effect?
It is not.
Okay. Just making sure. You know what? I'm a dumbass. Constitution is a set 18. I'm a halfling and I'm lucky.
Okay.
But no, 17. I rolled a
Alright,
17.
Good.
Oh, because the one for
Because the one, yeah. I always forget because I don't roll them that often.
All right. So otherwise you would be taking 28 points of cold damage, but instead you only take half. So you take
And I take-
14.
14. Not halved, Gwen Brain. Halved, but not halved again.
Halved because you saved, not because you're raging.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, Gwen, now you are currently 110 feet up in the air.
Ha!
Make a perception
Fuck!
check.
Ooh. Ooh. That's a filthy 20.
So in the dirtiest 20 that you can possibly roll, as you look out towards where you know that the Thimblefish Estate is, what you see is that there's what looks like a tiny collection of huts that currently have their lights on, And then with your 20 as well, as you look out, you can see most of Greenreach at this point.
Oh, good.
At least enough to like see Greenreach on all stretches of the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
And towards the Grovekeld area, there is a nice hillock that rises up that you know is roughly the one that Philip had described to the party of wanting to take people to. And you see that there is a giant tree that is currently growing.
Has this tree been there before?
You do not ever remember seeing that tree before.
Ah. Does it look like a fishy tree?
You're not sure.
Does it have green leaves in this weather?
It does.
It's a fishy tree.
But that is all that you can see, as then the blizzard that you guys have found yourself fighting in kind of breezes through. So next up, Arjan. And you see that Gwen is very high up in the sky on the back of this wyvern.
I would like to hold my... I would like to go to Caelum and second level. Shit, healing word.
It's fine.
It's 8 points. Fuck, I've been fucking up healing word this entire time. I've been giving out more hit points than I should have.
That's okay.
Sorry. Caelum, you can attack me if you want.
Does it have to be a weapon attack?
Yeah.
I punch your shoulder.
Ow.
Thanks.
Nice. All right, so Caelum.
How far up is it?
Gwen is currently 110 feet up in the air.
That's in range.
Wait, sorry. Arjan, did you have an action? Because healing word was bonus.
I would like to hold my action until the wyvern comes down about 60. I want to hold my action until the wyvern comes like back down. Maybe whenever it's like 30 feet off the ground.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. Caelum's just going to point his shield arm upwards, do a pullback motion, and just launch a guiding bolt up at it.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Thankfully. 16?
16 hits.
Cool.
Roll for damage.
Oh shit. I thought that was way less than... Oh boy. Motherfucker. 12, 19, 23.
Okay. This creature is still in existence. Gwen, you can tell that it feels injured. You don't have the best way to look at it right now, mostly because it is just yuck. But it's still alive. So, Cori, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna hold my action and attack if it comes near enough.
Okay. Sounds good. Gwen, what would you like to do?
Does this thing look like it's still going up?
It does not look like it has, it doesn't look like it plans on stopping.
Do I know how far I fall? How quickly I fall, I should say?
Yes. You know that you can fall upwards of... It'll only take about 6 seconds for you to fall several hundred feet at a time.
Okay, cool. Gwen is going to try to muscle this thing down.
Okay.
Down. So, athletics?
Yes.
Yeah. 15 or 17.
It got a 19. So as you try and muscle it down, it just seems to... As you're trying to force it, your hands just sink into the snow, and the snow just sort of cups your hands, kind of preventing you from creating a bending point for it.
Okay.
All right. Next up is this creature that continues to fly upwards, and it's kind of just like twisting and trying to get you off its back as best that it can. And in doing so, it is actually going to rear up with its back claws, and like a cat kind of scratching at the back of its neck, it is going to try and swat at you. And is going to attack with its claws. So
it.
that is a 13 to hit, which I don't believe meets your armor
Nope.
class. And then its second attack is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and then that is going to be for 12 points of slashing damage.
Cool. I can do that.
Okay.
So you guys just hear Gwen, I'm fine.
Or we don't.
Gwen is currently 180 feet up in the air. Or 190. All right.
Cool.
Arjan.
I don't get a sense that the dragon is coming back down, do I?
Not on its own volition.
2 shots at disadvantage.
One shot at regular.
Because
One shot at regular.
As its glowy effect from Caelum.
Okay. Bonus action, I'm going to move my hex to it.
Okay.
Shit. I might not be able to.
No, it's out of range.
Yeah.
It's 90 feet. Okay. Well, hex is still up.
It is.
Just. Or I think it might fade if I don't have a target.
It's the spell, right?
Yeah.
I believe it functions similar to Hunter's Mark in that as long as it's within the duration, you can move it.
Okay. At regular, this is going to be a 26 to hit
26 hits.
for 13 points of piercing damage, 2 points of fire damage.
Gwen, as you are on the back of this creature and you are trying to force it to move, there is a flaming crossbow bolt that just shoots upwards from the ground with an unerring focus that pierces through that area that you had just made weak of its neck, and you see its body stop moving and then begins to turn into snow and powder, and you begin to fall.
Solid.
Okay, let me
I
have
had a
reaction.
plan.
Yes, so do we.
Caelum looks up into the air, walks about 20 paces forward, and draws an X in the snow with his foot. And he's going to hold his action until Gwen is within range to cast Featherfall.
She is very, very closely going to be in range, so it's no issue for you.
Cool. It happens.
So Gwen, as you once again are plummeting through the night sky, Featherfall, and then you slows, and then you land on the X that Caelum had drawn.
Can we stop jumping onto dragons?
I had a plan, but you motherfuckers killed it. I would have been fine.
And you are.
Yeah. By the way, remember that hill that Philip was talking about? Yeah, there's a tree on it that wasn't there before, and it's green.
Which direction?
Sorry.
Make a survival check.
Ooh. It's another natural 20. I promise.
That's okay.
These dice are fucking amazing tonight.
Wedding dice.
The dice are hot.
Hot, 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 hot. But yes, Gwen, you call with unerring focus the direction of the Grove-Killed Hills.
That way.
Right. Do we have everything?
Also, there's a lot of fucking huts over by the estate that we were going to.
What
I
kind
don't
of huts?
like makeshift huts with lights on.
Cori, does that sound familiar?
I don't know. Does that sound familiar?
History or Arcana check?
Oh boy!
They don't.
God! Ew.
Nah, you've never heard of people doing this before.
Day done, Cori. No, I've never heard of people doing something like that. But
Making
green
huts.
tree doesn't sound like anything Cypress would be doing, or anything else from the Winter Isle.
No, I think it's that other dude, Plum.
Plum.
We're supposed to tell him, hey.
Yeah, I feel like he's being a dack.
Well, let's go see this fucking tree.
Is that over by where the Waystone would be?
No.
Oh. Let's go to the Waystone.
Question: Is our friend still alive? Is Rumble Thunder still alive?
Rumble Thunder is alive.
Thank God.
But the halfling that had fallen off and survived, you see that Rumble Thunder is in the process of currently stomping them down.
Good girl.
Rumble Thunder does not like getting shot with arrows. So Rumble
She
Thunder
does
lets the
not.
one who shot them know they are displeased. And
All right, dude.
there is
how-
definitely just
Rumble-
like a small crater that is filled with blood of what used to be a
Oh,
halfling.
jeez. How many hit
Caelum
points?
walks right past Gwen, not saying anything. Pats Rumble Thunder on the side, and Rumble Thunder heals 28.
Oh, damn.
Rumble Thunder's back to full.
Wonderful.
All right. And as you pat Rumble Thunder and heal your Beast of Burden back to full, that is where we are going to call it for tonight's session. So I would like to say thank you to everybody who stuck with us while we were figuring out really dumb things at the beginning in terms of technical difficulties. It's been a while since we played this game, but I was glad that we were able to get back to it. So, RJ, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hey everybody, you can find me at RJustice282 on Twitter and Twitch, where I tweet about the nerdy things in my life and stream sometimes. You can also catch me here on Mondays as Caelum the Shattercry Cleric, Tuesdays, tomorrow as we play through Curse of Strahd, run by DonateKeener.com, as Bartholomew, the Blood Hunter, Ranger, Werewolf, Awu. Catch me also on Sundays with LBHackEmUp over at Pro Restarters channel, where we play Cypher System, Phase. Also, I do some stuff at Open for Adventure.
All right, and LB, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hi, I'm LBHackEmUp. You can find me here Mondays and Tuesdays. Tomorrow I'll be playing Silmi Malreska, the half-elf wizard whose fiance no longer remembers who she is. It's good times. And yeah, and then on Sunday you can find me with RJ on Pros channel every other week. I am also on G Game Nights on Sundays doing Monster of the Week, and then with Bonus Stage Rob and GB. And then every other week on Fridays, I am doing Saltmarsh on Dammit Berry's channel. It's a hoot and a half. We are the weirdest group, and I fucking love it. So yeah. DonateKeener.com.
All right, and Cyber, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hi, I'm Cyber. You can find me at CyberWolf1201 on Twitter, where I shitpost most of the time, but also talk about the stuff that I'm doing, like whenever I go live on twitch.tv/CyberWolf1201, where I play video games badly and talk about lore. It's spooky month. We just played Luigi's Mansion, and I don't know what we're going to do this week. I might try to play Luigi's Mansion 2. I might jump back into Wolf Among Us. Awu. I don't know. We'll figure it out. All the archives of that go to YouTube, youtube.com/CyberWolf1201. where you can also find some D&D Beyond homebrew tutorials. Just got one up for the Paladin Oath of the Curse by Camille Barmore of Open for Adventure. Check him out. He's good. And you can also find the podcast that Kyle with an N I do called Let's Talk About It, where we get drunk, do parkour, and talk about stuff. It's a good time. But for RPG stuff, you can check out my Patreon, patreon.com/cyberwolf1, where $1 will get you the Emon Dragon Heist conversion that I worked on. It's pretty good. It's pretty fun if you want to run Waterdeep Dragon Heist in the Critical Role setting. That's not a monthly charge. That's just $1. And yeah, there's other stuff there too. But you can, for RPG stuff like actual plays, you can find me here on Mondays. Hey, you found us. You can also find me on Thursdays, where I play Albus the Kalashtar Bard in a Ghosts of Saltmarsh Acquisitions Incorporated mishmushy game. It's a good time. DanaeKeener.com.
Speaking of DanaeKeener.com, you can find me there. My name is Danae, and I'm at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings, mostly related to D&D, and a lot of stuff on this channel. You can also find me here on Mondays playing Cori under the Eldritch Paladin, or on Tuesdays playing Strahd. And until next time, the moon has not abandoned me. Not yet.
Yes, and if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am, but if you don't, hey fella, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/IndoorAdventures. We do this show Monday, Tuesday, and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We have our homebrew campaign, Curse of Strahd, Ghosts of Saltmarsh. We got all sorts of stuff in the brews. Next week, we return on a Wednesday, once monthly stream with our Looming 20s game, which should be rather enjoyable. So look forward to that. Otherwise, hey, if you ended up catching us halfway through the show, or you are just joining in now, but you're like, oh, these people are really cool, I want to learn more about them. Well, you can either join us on the Discord, and get to know us there, or you can possibly support us at patreon.com/indooradventures, where we have an after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from each other, but also from the community at large. So if you have any questions for us, whether it be about mechanics, character choices, anything relating to those things, consider messaging us in Nights in the Courtyard, or in our questions for the courts chat on the Discord. It's a good time, and that is where we are going to be heading off to now. So with that, thank you everybody once again for coming out to join us. Thank you as always to these wonderful players for putting up with my bullshit, and we will see all of you guys next time. All right, everybody, bye bye.